Welcome to our second podcast. And I'm really excited about this podcast because this is all about Iceland. It's that bucket list northern destination that sits right there at the top of the globe. And it's not often we talk about a destination that's so popular that you have to book early. But Iceland is such a destination. And we're going to talk to you and tell you about everything you need to know about travelling to Iceland. Now, if you're going to book, great. Please give us a call on the number below. But if you're thinking, well, I've heard so much about Iceland and it's all over the TV, and is it right for me? Or shall I just book it because my husband or my wife or my partner really wants to go there and I'd like to do something special for them? Well, okay, if that's the case, I've brought in our resident explorer and Icelandic expert, Jess Clayton, to talk to you and tell you all about this amazing destination that, well, everybody's talking about. Come on, Jess, spill the beans about Iceland. How long does it take to fly there?
Just under 3 hours, actually. Really, really good. Nice short flight. About 2 3/4 hours to 3 hours.
And when you get there, transfer time to, I'm guessing, Reykjavik, that's where most people want to go.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the main hub for everything. Only about 50 minutes away from the airport.
Now, of course, we all know Iceland, famous for volcanic eruptions. It's famous for glaciers, all these things, spas.
Yeah.
Are they called, is it geysers?
Geysers, yeah. The main one there being Struker. Yes.
What do you call it?
Struker, yes.
I'm glad you're here.
I know.
Told you she's the expert.
Yes, apparently. No, Iceland really does have something for everybody, and it is a genuine bucket list destination, and I have been fortunate enough to go twice now.
Not once?
Not once, but twice.
And you liked it that much?
Oh.
You went back?
I mean, I like it so much I would go back a third, fourth and a fifth time right now. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, there is so much to do there. And it doesn't matter what you're looking for from a holiday. I mean, unless you're looking for a sunbathing holiday, Iceland's not the one for you, obviously, if you were looking for sunbathing. But if you want adventure or culture, if you're into wildlife, there is literally something for everybody there.
The big thing that most people remember or view Iceland as a place to go and see is that bucket list, little iconic place where it's not so cold, is it?
The Blue Lagoon,
That's
I believe Phil is referring to, and yes, it is wonderful, and yes, wonderful enough, in fact, that I did go on both occasions. Again, it is a shore excursion, and not a shore excursion, an actual excursion. I'm so used to talking about cruises.
You are.
You can also go to Iceland on a cruise.
And we can do that as well. Call the number below.
Absolutely. But yes, absolutely. Blue Lagoon is an excursion and we can book it for you. It's around about 20 minutes from the airport, and as a recommendation, I would book it so that you are going to the Blue Lagoon on the way from the airport to Reykjavik.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Because you have to travel out of Reykjavik to go to the Blue Lagoon.
And how far is that out of Reykjavik?
It's about 50 minutes again, because you're travelling away from the airport to come back in.
And also, I guess, sometimes you can't check into your hotel, can you, till mid-afternoon?
Exactly right, yeah. Most flights going out to Iceland will be early morning, arriving there before midday on most occasions. So yeah, your hotel room might not be ready. So why not start your holiday off in the most relaxing way possible? 20 minutes from the airport on a dedicated transfer to the Blue Lagoon.
Make sure you've got your cosy.
Absolutely,
handy.
Yeah.
One of them, isn't it?
Ready.
And you can leave your cases and things. I guess it's all secure, isn't it?
Absolutely. There are plenty of secure lockers. Changing rooms are absolutely fantastic. Depending on what package you book, you normally get 2 drinks whilst you're in the lagoon. There's a swim up bar. Including a rather delicious slushy called crap with a K. So you can, in fact, go and have a crap in the Blue Lagoon.
There you go, viewers.
Yes.
And talking about, you can cover yourselves in all sorts of dirty things. What's this clay thing? Tell me about that.
Well, it's obviously, let's not call it clay, let's call it a beautifying agent. Yes, full of minerals and wonderful things that will do fabulous things for your face and anywhere else that you wish to smear it on your body. But that is readily available at the sides, and yes.
You jump in with it.
Well, no, you'll be swimming through it, and again, there'll be another area like the swim-up bar. You just go and get a little scoop of it and just plaster it all over.
Impressive.
Yes, makes for great photos as well.
So, we get to Reykjavik. Half-board, B&B, what's the script? Come on.
I mean, obviously, everybody's different. I really like a B&B. I think it's great value for money, sets you up for the day. Self-catering options are also abundant, and it means that you can prepare sandwiches and stuff for your excursions in the day, and it just keeps the costs down a little bit.
Local supermarkets, easy to get.
Absolutely. Yeah. Recommend the ones with the little pig on the front. Handy hint there. And talking of costs, you might have heard that Iceland is a fairly expensive place to go to, and that is true. It is definitely one of the more expensive places that I have been to, and again, this is another reason to book early so that you've got the opportunity to save up the money, and so that you can plan in all the wonderful trips that you're going to do whilst you're there, because most people will go for around about 3 or 4 nights, and that's not a lot of time to do all the activities that you want to do. So careful planning is key here.
Can you save money drinking and things like that?
Yes, absolutely, you can.
Really?
Very glad you asked, Phil, because there is an app you can download, and
An app?
An app.
What, a drinking app?
Yes, it's a Reykjavik Happy Hour app. I can't quite remember the name of it, but you can definitely find it on all good app stores.
And some bad ones.
Yes, maybe.
Come on, tell us about the drinking app. I've got to hear this.
It's not just one happy hour, it is several. So to encourage you to visit more than one bar during your time there, you might start at, say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and there might be the English pub that has the happy hour on. So it might be 2 for 1 drinks, something along those lines. So you're paying more like Manchester prices rather than London plus a bit more prices.
Oh, we like that.
Little dig. Yeah. And then at the end of that hour, there'll be another pub that's got a happy hour on, and you can probably get food at a much better rate as well. The food is excellent. There are a phenomenal choice of restaurants and bars that you can order food at, actually in Reykjavik Centre. The main street of Reykjavik is called Laugavega, and along there's some great shopping. You can get all the arts and crafts sort of things. There's a wonderful little soup restaurant up there as well. They literally sell 2 types of soup, one meat, one veg. And they are served in a big crusty roll. You take the top off and you've just got your soup there. It's hearty, it's cheap, it's wonderful.
And you know what, when this is where we go to. In Reykjavik, you can travel summer, winter, spring, autumn, absolutely. But the winter is the time to travel, I'm guessing, because there's something really special, isn't there, about Iceland? And everybody says, let's go to Norway to see the Northern Lights. But you don't. Iceland has got this as a big, and they do something a little bit special there, don't they, to give you a great chance of seeing them.
Absolutely.
Come on, tell us about
I mean, Reykjavik is the northernmost capital in the world, so you know, the higher up in the Arctic Circle you are, the better the quality of the Northern Lights is going to be. And
I love the way you say that. Better quality Northern
Absolutely,
Lights.
best quality
in Iceland.
Yeah. Basically, again, one of my little hints and tips. Book a Northern Lights trip for your first night that you arrive there.
Why?
Because if you don't actually manage to see the lights that night, if there is no show because of the weather, then the good, reputable tour companies will in fact give you another chance during your trip to go and see them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good, that's a good deal. And I guess that if you're going to do the Blue Lagoon, on the first day, you got the Northern Lights in the evening, you've got so much packed in.
Exactly.
But you've 2 things done.
Yep, tick.
Off the list. Now then, once you've done that...
Oh, actually, before I forget, if you do go and see the Northern Lights, do make sure that you have a good quality camera and practice with it before you go.
Take some night shots.
Yes, definitely worth practicing.
Why? Have you had a bad experience the first day?
Let's just say my camera work wasn't at its best. I might have been to the happy hour beforehand as well.
Awful. Yeah. Right, okay, so we move on from the Northern Lights. So what is there to see and do? Well,
as I've mentioned before, you really need to think about the sort of trips that you want to do, and there is something for everyone. The big main one that a lot of people tend to go for is called the Golden Circle trip. Now, that will offer you 3 main things during the same day. It is a full day out, so it's really, really good value for money. And again, we can book that for you. So you will get to see Strucker, the geyser.
Yeah, you got some great pictures of that.
Oh, so
You'll
good.
be able to see these pictures. We're going to show you as we move on.
Absolutely. You also get to go to Gullfoss, which is one of the most dramatic waterfalls I've ever been to. It's enormous. You can't help but let your jaw hit the floor. It's amazing. And then the third main thing, which is amazing. We all know, obviously, Iceland is created from volcanic eruptions, and yeah, it's just constantly moving. And it's called, I'm referring to my notes here again because it's Icelandic, Thingvellir National Park. So what you'll essentially be doing there is you will walk along a path and you will be walking between 2 continental plates. So
really?
The Eurasian plate and the North American plate. Literally, you can see, it's called a rift valley. You will be walking between 2 tectonic plates. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. Yeah, and you can actually, I mean, there's actually another trip that you can do if you like scuba diving. I mean, yes, it's going to be cold, but you can scuba dive in that area, and again, you'll be scuba diving between 2 tectonic plates. Brilliant. Amazing. I mean, where else can you do these things?
I know, and we talked, didn't we, just in the past about going in the winter because of the Northern Lights. Yes, you can go in the summer to Iceland. Great, because 24 hours of sunlight, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Daylight.
Yeah, land of the midnight sun. So, yeah, 24 hours a day and night when you get into the height of summer. And obviously, during the winter, that's why you've got the better chance of seeing the Northern Lights, because there are so many hours of darkness.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's a great place to go. Summer, spring, autumn, or winter.
Yeah.
But we really think you should go in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Go and try and get a chance to see those Northern Lights. The people, Jess.
Oh, the people are wonderful. They are super welcoming.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking English, what's your Icelandic like?
My Icelandic is terrible. It's never going to improve, and I certainly shouldn't start trying anytime soon. And neither should you. If you're going to Iceland, do not even attempt to learn the language.
Good tip.
Yeah. If you even tried to speak Icelandic to an Icelander, they are still going to respond to you in English. They are taught from very, very early age in school to speak English. So 90% of the people there will most definitely be bilingual and fluent in English. So not a problem whatsoever.
I remember one of the excursions you took, because people will say, how much gear do I need to take? But I'm guessing that a lot of the stuff's provided, isn't it?
Yeah.
You went climbing, did they give you something to stick on your...
Yeah, no, absolutely. One of the other trips that I did was Glacier Walking. That glacier comes off a field down the volcano, from the very famous volcano that no one can pronounce.
Yeah, we're not going there.
Nope. But yeah, massive glacier field, and obviously you are walking on ice. You will need to take proper walking boots with you. Hopefully you're going to be getting out and doing a lot of stuff anyway, so would have those. But they will provide things like crampons, which are little metal teeth for your shoes so that you're not slipping and sliding everywhere on the ice. You'll probably even get an ice axe, so some really cool pictures to have there. And yeah.
So it sounds as good as everybody talks about on the TV and the brochures you see and the
absolutely.
It sounds fabulous. It really does sound a great place to go and visit.
And you know, do organise trips, do plan it out properly. Don't be afraid of getting out and about off the beaten track. During the summer, it's an absolutely wonderful place to hire a car and just go touring around, and that's exactly what I intend to do over the next couple of years.
When you go back for the third?
Absolutely, third, fourth, maybe fifth time. It's expensive to go there, but it's incredible when you're there, and there are so many experiences to be had.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to love it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I hope you've learned something about Iceland. Certainly give my team a call on the number below. If there's any questions you've got and they don't know the answers, we've got our resident expert here, Jess, and she'll be more than happy to either come down and talk to you if you're in the office. Or if you want to pick the phone up, she'll give you some advice and some tips, some really hot tips. As hot as the Blue Lagoon.
Maybe. Or hotter.
Thanks for watching All About Iceland from the Travel Village. Numbers down below. Give us a call. We will look after you. Thanks ever so much and have a great day.